Good evening, and welcome to Shadowline News. It's 4:30 p.m. East African Time on Monday, May 26, 2025. We're glad you're joining us today for the latest news and updates from around the world. Let's begin with the latest updates. Turning to political developments, the continent of Africa is marking Africa Day, a celebration of the continent's unity and diversity. But amidst the festivities, experts are calling for reparative justice to address the historical injustices and ongoing inequalities faced by many African nations. According to a recent report by the East African, experts are urging governments and international organizations to take concrete steps towards reparative justice, including compensation for colonial-era wrongs and reparations for the transatlantic slave trade. Meanwhile, in South America, Venezuela's ruling party has claimed victory in recent parliamentary and regional elections, despite opposition boycotts. President Maduro's party will now control all but one state, a move the opposition has denounced as a farce. The elections have been marred by allegations of voter intimidation and irregularities, with many opposition parties refusing to participate. The outcome of the elections has significant implications for the country's political landscape, with the ruling coalition securing a major victory. But what does this mean for the country's future? Venezuela's opposition parties are likely to continue their boycott, while the government will likely use its newfound power to consolidate its grip on power. In international news, the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine has taken a devastating turn, with Kiev hit by a record drone strike. According to reports, French President Emmanuel Macron has expressed hope that US President Donald Trump's anger at Moscow will translate into action following a recent conversation between the two leaders. Macron's comments come as tensions between Russia and Ukraine continue to escalate, with the Kremlin denying any involvement in the recent drone strike. Meanwhile, the Irish government is set to unveil a draft bill banning imports from occupied Palestinian territories. The proposed legislation, to be announced soon, would cover trade in goods such as olives, oranges, and dates. This move is seen as a significant step towards supporting the Palestinian cause and condemning Israel's occupation. In other news, US President Donald Trump has announced that he will pause threatened 50% tariffs on Europe, following a phone call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The tariffs, which were set to take effect earlier this week, will now be put on hold until July 9. The move is seen as a significant development in the ongoing trade tensions between the US and EU, with many hoping that the pause will lead to a more permanent resolution. In social and community news, a disturbing trend has emerged in Uganda, where the LGBTQ community is facing a wave of hatred and violence. Recently, Human Rights Watch has reported a surge in persecution, following the passage of a 2023 law that imposes draconian punishments on homosexuality. The law, which criminalizes same-sex relationships, has led to a climate of fear and intimidation, with many individuals being subjected to physical and emotional abuse. The situation has become increasingly dire, with reports of arbitrary arrests, detention, and torture of LGBTQ individuals. The international community has condemned the Ugandan government's actions, calling for immediate action to protect the rights of all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation. As the situation continues to unfold, concerns are growing about the long-term impact on the lives of those affected. From the world of science and technology, a thrilling opportunity has emerged for car enthusiasts. Xiaomi, the Chinese tech giant, is hosting its mid-year sale 2025, and the grand prize is a dream car. According to TechPoint Africa, the sale is offering a chance to win a brand new vehicle, and all you need to do is participate in their online contest. The sale is already generating buzz, with many fans of the brand eagerly awaiting the announcement of the winner. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, a significant development is taking place. Palestinian groups in Lebanon are reportedly considering giving up their weapons, a move that could have far-reaching implications for the region. According to Al Jazeera, Mahmoud Abbas and Joseph Aoun have called for an end to the decades-long practice of Palestinian groups retaining arms in Lebanon. The decision is seen as a crucial step towards peace and stability in the region. As the mercury rises, Spain is bracing for a late May heatwave. The country is expecting temperatures to soar to 40 degrees Celsius in the south, with high pressure and hot, dry air from North Africa bringing temperatures 5 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. The Guardian reports that the heatwave is expected to affect the entire country, with residents advised to take necessary precautions to stay cool and safe. And in entertainment news, researchers at a university have made a groundbreaking discovery that's set to revolutionize the way we monitor soil chemistry without disrupting the ecosystem. Recently, they've developed a lab-in-a-tube system that allows scientists to collect and analyze soil samples without physically disturbing the soil itself, minimizing the risk of contamination and preserving the delicate balance of the environment. This innovative technology has far-reaching implications for environmental monitoring and conservation efforts. In related news, a team of scientists has been working on a new method to detect early signs of water pollution using artificial intelligence. By analyzing satellite images and sensor data, they've developed an algorithm that can identify areas of water contamination with unprecedented accuracy, helping to prevent waterborne diseases and protect aquatic ecosystems. This breakthrough has the potential to save countless lives and preserve our planet's precious water resources. Meanwhile, a team of researchers has been studying the impact of climate change on urban agriculture, and their findings are alarming. They've discovered that rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are reducing crop yields and affecting the nutritional value of produce, with serious consequences for food security and public health. As cities continue to grow and urban agriculture becomes increasingly important, this research highlights the urgent need for sustainable and climate-resilient food systems. We also have these important stories. In a significant development, former Volkswagen directors have been convicted of fraud in connection with the Dieselgate scandal. The court's verdict brings an end to a near 4-year trial, but prosecutors are still seeking to uncover the full extent of the emissions fraud, which has already led to billions of dollars in fines and recalls for the German automaker. Meanwhile, in Austria, a major obstacle to a potential political comeback has been removed for former Chancellor Sebastian Kurz. His conviction on corruption charges has been quashed on appeal, allowing him to potentially re-enter the country's political scene. Kurz, a former leader of the conservative Austrian People's Party, had been a dominant figure in Austrian politics before his conviction. In the Middle East, a devastating strike has left dozens dead in Gaza, with children among the victims. Israeli officials claim the attack targeted a Hamas command center, but the incident has sparked widespread condemnation and calls for restraint from the international community. The strike has added to the growing tensions in the region, where violence has been escalating in recent weeks. That's all for this broadcast on Shadowline News. Thank you for joining us for the latest news and updates. We're proud to bring you the best coverage in the industry, and we're grateful for your continued support.